Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Howard Yu. Today I'd like to teach about the formation of a newborn or human reproduction. As you can see here, this is the sperm. It's the male reproductive cells. There's a nucleus here that contains the male's genetic materials and it's a tail for the movement. So you see here that this part is the egg from the female. And there's also a nucleus here and different parts of the cell. What I like to highlight is during fertilization, many sperms will enter the vagina and the sperm will swim up to the womb, to the fallopian tube to meet the egg. So what is the fallopian tube? If you refer to the diagram that is presented in your worksheet here, this is the fallopian tube, this part, okay, the fallopian tube. And also is showed earlier in this part here. Okay, so this is the fallopian tube. The egg is being released at the ovary, so it travels along the fallopian tube. So when during the sexual relationship with the man, the penis will eject the sperm to be deposited into the vagina, and the sperm will swim upwards. If at the same time the woman ovulates, means produce the egg, the sperm can fertilize the eggs in the fallopian tube. So this is what you need to know. The eggs will be fertilized in the fallopian tube. And after that, look at this part. Okay. So when the sperm fertilizes the egg, it develops into an embryo. Okay. Into embryo means it will multiply. And both the male and the female genetic material will be presented in the newborn. So you can see here, as I mentioned, this part. Okay. The process of fertilization occurs when the sperm fuses with the egg. So after that, the fertilized eggs contain the full genetic material to make a human. And the fertilized egg undergoes cell division to produce more cell. So this is what will happen, will develop into the fetus. And this is a process you can see here from week 9. So there are actually 3 trimester, 3 months each cycle. So first trimester up to week 16, and then second trimester up to week 28. And then by week 40, the newborn is ready to see the world as the mom delivers the baby. So you can see this part. I also like to highlight to students, because many students thought that we come from monkey. Okay, humans do not originate from monkey. Only fools believe so. Because according to what we understand, God created man in his image. God created man in his image. If you read the Bible in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. And also there's another evidence in Mark. Mark is in the New Testament. Genesis is in the Old Testament. So in the New Testament, there's a verse that says, but from the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female. So male and female, we are created by God. We do not come from monkey. So there's one important fact that students and adults must know. And also finally, this part, there's also another interesting thing which you should know. As I mentioned here in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, created him, he. Male and female created he, them. And one of the questions students ask about is this question. If you see here, I want to help you to answer this question. Okay, this procedure is for women who would like to have a child but can't, because the fallopian tube is blocked. Because she say that in part A, why is this female human unable to bear a child when her fallopian tubes are blocked? So there are 2 fallopian tubes, one on each side. That's mean the egg, right, cannot come out from the fallopian tube, is blocked. So you can see this part. This is the ovary. So if I draw an arrow, right, the passageway, as you want to come out, but this part is being blocked. Similarly, on the right side. So what will happen is they ask you, why is this female human unable to bear a child when her fallopian tubes are blocked? So how do you answer? So you can say that the blocked fallopian tube, right, prevents the meeting and fusing of the sperm and the egg. Okay, prevent the meeting and fusing of the sperm and the egg. Yeah, because the sperm cannot swim there and fertilize it. Yeah. Part B, the mature egg is first taken out of the female body, suggests why the egg is placed back into the woman's after fertilization. So there's a YouTube channel. If you search here in your YouTube channel, you just type IVF, in vitro fertilization. So this is what will happen after the couple have seen the doctor, right? Which is seen earlier in the video. The doctor will extract the eggs after giving the woman some increase in hormones to produce more egg. So they release the egg and put on the petri dish and then use the sperm to fertilize the egg. Once the egg is being fertilized, they re-inject here, this part into here. So they ask you, the matured egg means the fertilized egg is first taken out of the female body, suggests why the egg is placed back. Okay, sorry, mature egg is not fertilized egg. Mature egg means the one that the woman produced is taken out from this process. And then subsequently, they use the sperm from the husband to fertilize the egg outside the human body. So after fertilizing it, of course, they must put it back, right? To allow the fetus to develop. So to answer this question, which we will do it later, so the answer for this is the embryo. Embryo means fertilized egg, or you can say the fertilized egg was placed back into the womb. Is placed back into the womb to allow it to grow and develop into a baby. Okay, allow the fertilized egg to grow and to develop into a baby. So for this part, just to recap what we have studied earlier about fertilization, and also the important fact that humans do not originate from monkeys or apes. God created us, as evidenced in Genesis 1:27 and also in Mark 10:6. So I wish you all the best in your learning with One Academy. So those of you who need extra help, do contact us in One Academy. So I wish you all the best in your learning journey. Cheers.